Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the class of 11th English Medium. The subject is Statistics, Chapter 2, Presentation of Data, brought to you by Vitan Sir. Today, we are going to start with the topic of diagrams. In order to understand and represent huge and complex data into simple and attractive manner, classified data are presented into graphs and diagrams. But according to your and our syllabus, we will only study diagrams. Graphs are not part of your syllabus, so we just have to pay attention to diagrams. Diagrams. Its importance we have to start with first. Diagram represents the data in attractive, simple and concise form. So it makes it easy to understand. The characteristics of the data expressed by diagrams are remembered for a longer time. It's a saying that what you read you forget, okay, but what you see you remember, and what you do you never forget. So when we see the diagrams, the artistic method in which they are presented, we remember it for a longer period of time. When two or more sets of data are presented by diagrams on the same scale, the comparative study of those data becomes very simple. When we depict two or more data for which we are supposed to compare, it becomes easier to compare them because they are side by side presented in the diagram. Diagrams have visual presentation of the data. We see diagrams. So rather than studying the table or the raw data, diagrams make it a lot simpler and faster to understand the data. The characteristics of the data conveyed by diagrams are easily understood by even the illiterates, less educated, or even by children. So small children can also look at a picture and understand what it tries to say if we represented it using diagram. By using diagrams, industrialists and businessmen can make effective advertisement for their products. We see the advertisements by so many people in which diagrams are depicted. For example, a very famous diagram of stock market going through the roofs is conveyed easily. Diagrams are very useful for conveying the messages related to social reforms effectively. And last, pictorial diagrams are easy to understand irrespective of the language barriers. The limitations, number one, if it is not drawn accurately, then it gives wrong results. Sometimes it misleads the public opinion through illusory effects. Sometimes diagrams are drawn such that wrong answers are got by the people, so it misleads the public opinion. And there is a loss of accuracy of the data by diagrammatic representation. Sometimes diagrams are taken as average values, so they don't show the accurate data, rather they just show an average or estimate of the data. So accuracy is reduced in the diagrams. Now, the types of diagrams which we are going to study in our syllabus. First one is the one-dimensional diagram, then two-dimensional diagrams, and the pictograms. Then one-dimensional diagrams, first type is simple bar diagram. Now this is nothing new for you guys. Next is adjacent bar diagram, simple divided bar diagram, multiple divided bar diagram. These are the four types which we are going to study for the one-dimensional diagrams. Next is the two-dimensional diagrams, in which circle and pie chart. Pictogram does not have any type. So four types of one-dimensional, two types of two-dimensional, and pictogram. These are the things which we are going to study gradually in 2 to 3 tutorials. Now in this tutorial, I would start with one-dimensional diagrams, but I need to explain all of them to you guys. One-dimensional diagrams, they are constructed based on only one characteristic of the data and are usually depicted through height of the bar. So when we are drawing the bars, their height only matters, nothing else matters, only their height shows us the value of the data. In two-dimensional diagrams, they are constructed based on two characteristics of the data and are usually depicted through area. Okay, so the area of the diagram, for example, circle and pie charts, their areas depict the value of the data. So two characteristics means area. Pictogram, these are for the illiterate and less literate or people with other languages to understand without using any language. Pictures are used to depict the data. So more number of picture means huge data, less number of picture means small data. You know, when you were in elementary standards, one ball means one, two balls means two, three balls means three was explained using the pictures. So pictogram is something like that. We will start with the bar diagram. This is prepared for data with single characteristics of places, things and time. The values are depicted through height of the bars. All bars must be of same width and with same distance between them. Means the width of the bars doesn't matter, so they all are same. The distance between the bars doesn't matter, so it is kept same. Only the height matters because height depicts the value of the data. So according to the value of the data, the height is increased or decreased. The places, things, time, etc. are taken on x-axis and its values written on y-axis. Data should be ordered in a logical manner before presenting it in a diagram. Also, for example, we can say years should be taken in ascending order, and if the data is more or less, the data given may be arranged in ascending or descending order depending on the situation. Let us start with an example so that we can understand it better, of course. We will start with illustration 23. We have the information of number of students studying in a college and different faculties in a year. Now, right now, we just have one variable here, that is number of students. We have to represent it using a diagram. As you can see, the faculty arts, commerce, science, engineering, medical, law is given. Number of students are different for each faculty. What we are going to do here is we will be depicting this by arranging all the faculties in descending order. That means starting with the faculty with highest number of students and then gradually going through the lowest number of students faculty. So what will happen, that we will be easily able to compare that which faculty has highest students, which faculty has lowest students, which faculty has more students and less students than which faculty. The comparison becomes easy. So now faculty commerce, science, arts, engineering, law, medical and number of students is given. What we need to do, we need to draw a diagram first and then we will show the bars. Now what you need to do in your graph paper, you need to draw something like this. Now on the x-axis, commerce, science, arts, engineering, law and medical is there, that is faculties. Okay. On the y-axis, that is the vertical axis, we have written the number of students in the scale of, on x-axis faculty, on y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 200 students. So 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200 and 1400, these are the values which we have shown. And the title of the diagram is a compulsory thing, bar diagram showing number of students studying in a college on the basis of faculty. If you want, you can take 100 students per centimeter, your bar will be longer, that's all. I have taken 200 students per centimeter, it doesn't matter that much. Just be clear that you need to be very sure about how you are going to take it, because the height of the bars matter. So before writing down the bar, you need to prepare these many things. X-axis, the titles of x-axis, faculty, y-axis, the values of y-axis and the title of the bar and the scale which we are going to use. Now the first value, that is commerce, is 1300. So first bar will be the height of 1300, which will be at the middle of the 1200 and 1400. Next is a science, which will be between 800 and 1000, that is 900. Next is arts, that is 500 for between 400 and 600. Then engineering is 400 exact, then 300 between 200 and 400, and then medical is exact 200. So now you have to draw the exact same thing which I have done on the monitor here. Okay, so you can pause the video and draw the whole diagram, but don't forget a single value. The diagram title, the x-axis titles and values, y-axis values and titles, and the scale and the diagrams and the values on top of each bar depicting the exact answer, and the table itself, you all everything must be drawn perfectly. Okay, you will need graph paper for this. Once you are done, resume the video and move on to the next question. Illustration 24. The information regarding production in lakh rupees in a factory during 5 years is given below. Present it in a suitable diagram. Years are already in ascending order because years are given, time is given, we can't make any change into the data. Year 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, production is 120, 150, 130, 140, 160. Okay, so we will be preparing the base values first. On the x-axis, the years will be taken. On the y-axis, production in lakh rupees will be taken. Now here I have taken values 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160 and 180 as the starting values. Okay, so the scale here is on x-axis, years are taken, and on y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 20 lakh rupees because production is in the lakh rupees. Okay, once you are done with this, all start with in the 2011 the value is 120, so first bar will go up to 120. Next is 150, that will be between 140 and 160. Next is 130, between 120 and 140. Next is 140 exact, and then 160. Okay, so this is the end of your diagram. The title is bar diagram showing production in lakh rupees in a factory during 5 years. So everything which is shown on the monitor is a compulsory. If you miss a single detail, your marks will be cut in your exams. So all the details which you need are presented here. Okay, next is a sum from the exercise 2.3. The first question, following is the data on the number of employees working in various government departments. Present it with a suitable diagram. Now departments are there: road transport, railway, income tax, finance, planning, and the number of employees. If we want, we can swap the values here by showing the highest department, but it's okay. Even if we don't want to swap the values, we can directly show whatever is given on your table here. We will start by drawing the diagram. By x-axis is departments, road transport, railway, income tax, finance and planning. These are the number of employees. On the y-axis I have taken employees as 1000 employees per centimeter. Okay, the title is bar diagram showing number of employees working in different government departments. Scale is on x-axis departments, and on y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1000 employees. We will start with the road transport. The number of employees are 4000, so it will go up to 4000. Next, railways are 6000, so it will go up to 6000. Next is 3000, exactly between sorry, it is directly 3000 here. 2500 will be between 2000 and 3000, exact in between, that is 2500. And then 1500 planning will be between 1000 and 2000, that is 1500. So okay, so resume, stop this video and complete this sum, and then again resume once you are done. Second and the last question of this particular tutorial. Next time I will be discussing other methods, adjacent bar diagram, simple divided, percentage divided bar diagrams. The data on the profit of a company is as under, presented by an appropriate diagram. The years are given, the profits are given. If you notice, one of the values in the profits is negative. That means it is going to be less than 0. Okay, negative means loss actually, but we have to show it below our regular 0 line. So right now the diagram I have drawn here, it looks like this. As you can see, I have written -2 and -4 below 0 here, because -2 is going to be below the 0 mark. The scale here is on x-axis the years and on y-axis the profits. 1 centimeter is 2 crore rupees. Okay, the profit is in crore rupees. On x-axis I have taken years, that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 50. Now for the 2010, the profit is 10 crore, so its bar goes up to 10 crore. Next is 5 crores between 4 and 6. Next is negative 2, that means I have to show it below the zero line, so it will be negative 2. Next is 4, simple, and then 8, again very simple, and 6. Okay, so with this this topic, the simple bar diagram, is done. Next time we will be studying adjacent bar diagram, simple divided, and hopefully if I get the enough time in the same tutorial I will also add the percentage divided bar diagrams. So study hard, copy all these sums down in your notebooks, and next time we will meet again. Stay tuned.